Doctors take Field of Greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food and not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh my God, guys, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic outside, and I'm parenting. Jesus! Ooh, I know this is a trying time for you. This is a trying time for me. But, you know, Cozy One Podcast has to still push through. I've been pushing through for the past, I want to say, 4 months. This has not been the summer of my life. I did not enjoy this summer. If you want to call it that, I'm not enjoying, scanning in homework and emailing it to teachers. I'm not enjoying that. Class Duo is on pivot. Google Classroom is on pivot. Alerts is coming on my phone. I'm always checking the news. I don't know what's going on. This election is going to be wild. It's just a wild time. And I just want you guys to know that I am here with you. Thank you for tuning back into Cozy One Podcast for season 9. Give me clap for season 9. Yes. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I'm being really transparent this season and sharing a lot of my life with you, sharing a lot of things that people are not thinking about during this pandemic and this quarantine. And I just really want us to be better human beings throughout this whole pandemic, because that's what we need. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episodes this season. Woo! Let's just get into it. There's so much to talk about. I mean, let me start with these kids. These kids. Let's just get into this. Welcome back to another episode of Cozy One Podcast. My name is Shan. I'm mama of the girls. This is season 9, episode 8. Will it be a lonely Thingstaken? All right. And when I say things taken, I'm talking about quote unquote Thanksgiving. And Thingstaken was very quiet last year for my family because I spent it with my kids and one of their dads since it was Anya's 6th birthday. And he's never been at Anya's birthday ever since she's been born. Whether he missed it or his ego got in the way because his birthday is 3 days before hers, or we weren't on the greatest of terms. So this was it was really big for Anya. I allowed him to fly in and I picked him up as a surprise, saying I had to go to the store and pick up something before we cut her cake. And I let him come to my new house, and he walked through the door and she couldn't believe her face. She couldn't believe her eyes. She couldn't believe he was there. And it felt really good. And, he felt really good. And my friend Chrissy was over and, she got to witness it. And it was just a really good time. And that, most importantly, is what I like about holidays. It has nothing to do with the holiday because all American holidays lead back to some form of paganism, right? My thing is more so it gives family time to be together. It gives time for bonding, time for closeness, and people have a say that they want to take time away and just be around good energy. So that's why I like it. And my concern is this year, what would that be like? Because with the COVID, sorry, I ain't in here sleeping. With the COVID, we want to make sure we're not exposing a lot of people to the virus. So what would Thingstaken look like for us this year? And that's what I'm curious about. So we're going to discuss. It's going to be a shorty, but a goodie. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, thank you. I appreciate it. You can also find cool, cute Cozy Womb gear on the Cozy Womb shop. It's on Teespring, teespring.com/stores/cozy-womb-shop. And you'll find hoodies, t-shirts, what do you call those? Fanny packs, mugs, everything that I want to give all of my listeners and my supporters during the show is on there for you guys to purchase, okay? I appreciate every penny because every penny does go towards helping my family, especially during a pandemic where I physically can't be out of my house during the week because my children have virtual school. So if you want to support Cozy Womb Podcast, you can support through you getting a little something, and also I getting a little something on the backside. So thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting Cozy Womb Podcast, and thank you for supporting teespring.com. Peace. Let's get into the episode.
Hey Cozy Womb fam, this is JC, the dopest mommy around and owner of He Hates My Tees, a novelty t-shirt company based out of Arlington, Texas. This is our first year grinding it out, and baby, it's been a beautiful journey. I'm a mommy of 2 spicy kids, Davy and Jameson, and an educator. And I started my company as a way to be self-sufficient and control my own narrative on my value after working several years in a corporate environment being, undervalued. My latest collection is called The Dopest Around, saluting all dope ass folks. We just released the Dopest Mommy Around dad hats, and they are fire. You hear me? Fire. It's available in several colors. Follow us on IG at He Hates My Tees, and visit our website, hehatesmytees.com. And that's tees, Tees. Use code COZY15 for 15% off your purchase. Love ya, be dope, stay dope, and I'll see you around.
Welcome back. I'm not a very religious person. Thanksgiving was a gruesome time for many Native Americans. They were the first, part of the first. There were Africans here prior to, quote unquote, Columbus, prior to other leaders or people on ships that came to Americas, right? And I think the fact that Americans call it Thanksgiving to this day is disrespectful of what actually physically happened to the lives taken. I think natives did their best, and they had good intentions, and pilgrims came over here with thoughts to conquer and take, and that has always been the culture of Americans, soldiers, military, is to go into lands and conquer and take. And natives welcomed pilgrims in, and natives were killed after welcoming pilgrims to feast, to share, to learn how to bathe themselves because they weren't bathing. And it's kind of like after someone takes you into their home and they show you all of these new ways of grooming yourself, all of these new ways of eating and celebrating, and you murder them and then turn around and call it a holiday and base it upon goodness and Thanksgiving and giving thanks and telling your family what you're thankful for, and pictures and food and all of this. And it's kind of like twisted. And that's why I call it Thingstaken, because things were taken, lives were taken, ways of living was taken, history was taken, because they still don't tell the real history of it till this day. You have to really dig and research that for yourself. But anywho, so my family calls it Thingstaken, and I still enjoy my time with my family, the food that I choose to cook. But now with the virus, it's kind of like, How can we surround ourselves with family and friends? How do we not expose ourselves? I know a lot of us miss our family in all 2020 because of this virus, and we have to be smart still, and we have to think about others, and we have to think about exposing people, and we have to think about setting boundaries and why we have those boundaries. And maybe dropping off food might be the thing. Maybe limiting the group of people that come to the house might be a thing. I'm not really big on like potlucks. I'm not really big on like sharing food with people I don't know. So I'm thankful to not be in a corporate space or a corporate setting. But we have to be smart about what we do around newborns. We have to be smart about what we do around the elderly and what we do with the people in between those stages of life. Because realistically, this man-made virus, because that's what it is, we don't really know what it's going to do. We don't even know if it's transforming. We don't even know if it's something that's being super progressive and it's being kept secret. We don't know if it multiplies in certain stages. We just don't know. There's so many questions behind, like, what does this virus do and what is it going to do and what is it doing? And I think the best thing to do is stay clean, be precautious, and be smart. If you don't really have to go out, don't go out. If you don't really have to be in a large group setting, don't be in a large group setting. But we see it constantly now where you look on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook and you'll see people at parties with no mask. You'll see people in lounges smoking, drinking, dressed up nice, having a great time, as if there's not a pandemic going on, as if there's not a virus going around. And the fact that people have this virus, have no symptoms, and it's just out here, that I think that's worse than you actually having symptoms, because just because it's not hitting your body in a certain sense doesn't mean it won't hit the next person. And it's very irresponsible. And I'm just doing my best with myself and my girls and my family to not be out if I don't have to be out. And if I do have to be out, try to go at a time where it's less people. And we all know how the grocery stores get around that time of year. I think I'm going to be using a lot of Ibotta. I think I'm going to be using a lot of Instacart around that time, because you don't want to be in the grocery store around that time with this virus. You don't want to be out. You don't want to have an elderly person worry about cooking food for like 30 people and being out in that virus and getting certain things and certain spices. If you can, maybe you should start buying that stuff now. If you can, maybe you should start storing what you need to store now and get the things that have to be the freshest later. So you could be in and out of there, because it just doesn't make any sense for us to put ourselves in a predicament to be exposed or expose others to a senseless virus that's taken lives because we want to celebrate this quote-unquote man-made holiday called Thanksgiving. Okay, it's things taken, lives were taken, ways of life was taken, history was taken, and I just want everybody to be safe, and I have love for you guys, and I want to thank you guys for listening to the Cozy Moon Podcast, but just keep that in the back of your mind, like, prepare now, okay? Prepare now. Peace. Bye.
Bye.
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? Hero Bread serves up 0 to 1 grams of net carbs, 5 to 11 grams of protein, and high fiber in every delicious serving. Made with natural ingredients, Hero Bread supports gut health, promotes weight management, and helps maintain blood sugar. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb goodies like rich, flaky croissants and buttery brioche slider rolls. Head to hero.co to shop today.